So now that we have the metric prefixes, we got to know the next thing, of course, is conversions. And conversions is really very important. It's interesting to me. I always find people have trouble not recognizing that a meter is bigger than a centimeter, and that you need 100 of these centimeters to make the same distance, the same length as 1 meter. Now, in terms of conversions, one of the real keys is again to remembering your prefixes. You need to know your prefixes. And again, I gave you the base unit, which is your 10 to the 0. I gave you the kilo, again is K, lowercase k, 10 to the third power, and the mega, which is 10 to the 6th. Hopefully remembering that we went by threes. This is, of course, a 0. Below I went -1, -2, -3, -6, -9, and -12. And again, you see that I went 1, 2, 3, and then by threes afterwards. We had our deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, and pico. I like to remember them this way. I like using the exponents, because you'll see how I certainly want to think about using the conversions. If we go to conversions, let's do a few of these here. And let me go back. Let me keep that same screen. So let's go back to that screen. All right, let's talk about a metric conversion. If we look at a conversion, let's say 185, I don't know, kilograms, and I want to convert that to how many grams? I like to think about, first of all, that a kilogram certainly is larger, so we need fewer of them. You can think about it however you want, but because the kilogram is larger than the base, then we need fewer of them. Okay? Now, that's just the understanding in terms of the ideas. Let's think about how I like to at least go through conversions. A kilo is 10 to the third, so we'll say 10 to the third power. The gram is 10 to the 0 power, that's just the base unit, so 10 to the 0 power. You then take a look at what the difference between the two exponents are. We have third and 0, so that's a 3-place difference. Now, if it's a 3-place difference, then we're going to be moving our decimal point 3 places. When you convert things metrically convert things, when you're converting metrics, you're really just moving the decimal point, and you're moving it 3 places. Now, you need to know: do you move it to the left, or do you move it to the right 3 places? I like to think of it this way: 10 to the third is larger than 10 to the 0. 3 is larger than 0. Larger, smaller. So, you remember the old idea of, the alligator eats the bigger one? 3 is larger than 0. So, we put the little greater than symbol. And to me, that looks just like an arrow pointing to the right. If we point it to the right, we're going to be moving the decimal point 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. We would get 185,000 grams, which makes sense when you think about it. Because a kilogram is larger, you need more of the smaller things, grams. You need more of them, 185,000 of them, to equal the kilogram. All right, I'm going to do one more here, or a couple more, and then one more, and then we'll move on. Again, let's say I have 0.0000724, and it could be anything. Let's just say kilo pascals. And again, don't let the fact that it's a pascal versus a gram or meter bother you. And I want to know how many, let's say, micropascals that is. Okay? If we go through the way that I think about, and again, here I'm just going to go base 10 to the 0, then I have 3 and 6 above, and below I went 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, and again, if you remember, kilo, mega, deci is below, centi, milli, micro, nano, and pico. Now we have our exponents. Let's go ahead and use them in the idea that I'm showing you. Kilo is 10 to the third. There it is. Micro is 10 to the minus 6. We're talking about a 9-place move. Positive 3 to negative 6 is a 9-place move. Now which way? 3 is larger than negative 6. A positive 3 is a bigger number than a negative 6. And so again, it looks like we're going to be moving it to the right. Larger than the smaller one. So let's move it 9 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have to worry about all this stuff when we write it. 7, 2, 4, 0. So there would be 7,240 micropascals in that number of kilopascals.